Um, Hi, hello. First things first, I'm gonna introduce myself. Hello, my name is Emily Reyes. You can call me Ray. I prefer it to be called Ray anyway. Anyways, so yeah, let's go get started. Um, Viewers descript a warning before you guys continue on like watching this podcast and stuff. I will be talking about sensitive issues like mental health issues and stuff, depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, etc., etc. Talking about that, and if you guys are not comfortable listening to a podcast related to that, you may leave the podcast. But if you wish to continue and listen to what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to like uncover or discuss about, you can stay. So yeah, take your time, chill. Let's have a deep breath before we continue this. Okay. Feel better? Okay. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna talk about this and stuff. Just to let you guys know a little bit about myself, because I'm struggling with depression and bipolar disorder for quite some time now. I just know I just got diagnosed. I just got my diagnosis and result came up true. I did know it way beforehand, but I was scared to know the results. But I just did the test recently and went to a professional to help myself. And if you feel like you're out there feeling scared to confront or like to face the problems that you're facing right now with your mental health issue, especially at this moment, please know it's okay. I'm struggling as well to tell my parents about it, especially my dad, because I think I can say like my family is like kind of like not believing this kind of stuff. They feel like this is something like curable. Yes, it is curable at some point, but it is hard to cure. They thought that it was easy to cure and stuff. They thought it's just a phase, you know. It will go away soon. I mean, if it's not treated well, won't get away. Cause yeah, I think like I told my dad earlier this year and stuff, like explaining to him and stuff how I've been feeling and stuff, how I get like anxiety, and I just got recently. I told him like I wanted to go therapy and stuff, and then he was like, he took a long silence. I thought that I wouldn't get it, but then he agrees, which is a great thing, and I'm very thankful for that. That he is understanding, and he did like forward it to like my sister, like my older sister, who I trust the most. Which I'm fine actually. She knows about it. It's like I don't want to hide about this anymore. You know, hide about me not being okay to my family, especially because like I don't want them to get worried to me and stuff. So yeah. Okay, without further ado, now let's talk about the backstory of it, like how I got it and stuff, and the early stages and stuff. How did I know? What are the symptoms that I have, and how did I like uncover it by my own without like getting like a wrong informations and stuff, like without setting myself up to like know this kind of things, you know. um it started way long ago. I don't know how actually like people see me and then like immediately think I'm their target, which is sad actually. I was bullied and mentally abused by a lot of people since I was young, because I have known to be a sensitive kind of a person. Like I tend to cry easily back then, because like I don't like it like when things go wrong. I don't know where I got it from, but yeah, now people take that as an advantage to like to tease me. Oh my god, this kid is easy, like so she cries so easily. They cry so easily. Oh, it was a rough time. like the people here are pretty known with tan skin, but they see when people, because my skin is like pretty much darker than most of people here, and they were like, oh my god, they call it was racially motivating at some point, because it was weird. And I've known like my eyes were very like small and like slick, you know, like those typical Asian eyes. Like most people, like most races that I have, they have like a bigger eyes. Like mine is like pretty small. Okay, I can show you. Mm. Yeah, you can assume like, oh, it's not that small, but I don't know what's going on with some people minds. They you know how like some people like do mock people with this eyes, and they do pull it and stuff. That's what they do to me. My own race do it to me. I'm Iban, by the way. I'm Iban. I'm not Chinese or like Korean or anything like that, but I'm Iban. But they do that to me, and I'm the same race as them. Kind of weird, kind of, not gonna like, kind of sus though, but ooh, it wasn't a good time. It started from that, and then it went overboard and stuff. Like there is like a grown woman, a mother. I was friend with my neighbor. We were close. Me and her were close and stuff. Like we play a lot, and then like my neighbors, like my neighbor, like my friend at that time, she has another friend, and her mom, like this other friend's mom. Let's just call her Karen. We're abusing that word too much. You know what? Yeah, Karen. She like kind of like spread rumors and stuff, like to not get close to me, because if that person close to me, their eyes would get smaller. And I was like avoided by a lot of people by that time, like people who were around my age. Just like there was like 6, 7 years old around that age, and a lot of people like kind of abandoned me because of that. And they were scared, like they don't want their eyes to become like mine, because like they don't want their eyes to be small. They want like big eyes and stuff, which was not very nice to do to a young kid when you're a grown woman. You get me? Do you get me? Do you get me? Do you get me? It started from that, actually. I don't know. But there's like this one neighbor who was really nice. She's like always praising me and stuff. She's like, oh my god, like the Miss Little Japanese girl, so pretty and stuff. I kind of like it, you know? Like, I don't know why. If you guys know Hawaii 5 there's this one girl. Who was her name? I forgot. Like this girl from Hawaii 5. She's like, she has like more Asian features like that. I forgot who was her name, but I looked like her before, and I really like it. Like people like not people. I feel my cousin actually praises me and stuff, like, oh, you look like her. You're so pretty. Like I'm happy for that. But there are like a lot of people who still like don't like people who like has like a strong Asian features and stuff. They're like prefer someone who's like fair, very fair, very small, very petite, tight, petite. How to pronounce this word? Like a very small. They like those kind of people. But me, on the other hand, I grew up a little bit too fast from other people. I was already like on 5 foot something like that when I was 11 or 12. Like already that tall. I already like reach 5 foot something like that. I grow taller than other people. Like most Asians here, like they are very short. Like they're around 150 plus or something like that. But me back then, I already reached 160. My height was already 160 cm at that point. I don't know what it is. What is it in feet? Like convert it yourself. But yeah, I was already taller than a lot of people. Like I'm pretty skinny back then. I used to be like 40 something, but I gained weight now. I like it. I like myself gaining weight, but I need to control myself because like it's getting unhealthy and stuff. Anyways, yeah. And people were like, "Oh my god, you're so tall." Some of them envy me, but some of them kind of like, it's kind of hard because like some dudes here like almost the same height as I am, and they're like prefer girls who are like small, petite, very innocent, like, which is kind of weird at some point. But you know what? I don't really mind. But yeah. Oh, there's this one other thing like people like to pick me on about. Um, I was I used to like wet myself on bed before, like, like you sleep at night and then suddenly you wake up in the morning, your bed is wet and stuff because of your pee and stuff. That thing. I got it until I was like 11 or 12. I still had it back then, and people always like, "Oh my god, Miss Piss in the Pants" and stuff. They called me names and stuff. I was uncomfortable with it. I didn't respond at first. Like, I just wanted them to like to stop. I thought like not responding was the way for them to stop. I just like laugh it off. And just yeah, didn't say anything at all. But no, it didn't stop. It still continued until I was like 17 or something like that. They still pick me on even though I stopped pissing myself, even though I stopped wet the bed. But no, they still continue. They still go on with the jokes, even though I'm not comfortable with it. I did say like I stop, like I don't, but then no, they're laughing at, ha ha ha, look at her, she's fighting back, and then they keep on doing it again. You know what? I'm just gonna laugh it off then, like forget about it. They stop like only for like a few times, and then they're back again with that jokes and stuff. That wasn't the worst ones. That wasn't the worst case. They even call me cockroach, Miss Cockroach, because I used to date this boy, and his closet was like they had cockroaches in it, and they call me that. It's because of other people, and they call me that. And they're like, "Oh my god, look at that, Miss Cockroaches," and stuff like. Bro, can you stop? Like, that's not cool. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. It wasn't. They were the edgy middle schoolers. The typical edgy middle schoolers think that this kind of joke is fine, when this person was totally not okay with it, and it was sad. If I were to look back at myself and then tell her what I wanted to say is like, you're doing okay. You're doing great. You're growing. You're gonna leave all of them one by one, just how they leave you one by one. You know? I'm 20 now. Those things passed for years. I'm 2017, so it's like 3 years ago. I've left them for 3 years. I don't contact them anymore. I literally cut all of them off. There's still like some of them still like followed me on Instagram and all, but then some of them like I literally like removed them because like I wanted to like have like a more private life, because I'm not the same person as I am before. I'm literally different. There are some of them who I thought was really nice, but there are some of them who I thought was nice, but they are not. They are literally backstabbers. It didn't stop there. I think the peak of that breakdown reached when I was 15. I had a family issue with like my parents. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna tell details on that because like I'm not comfortable telling that story because like it's pretty personal. But if you know, you know. If you can get it, you can get it. It's between my parents. It's their problem. But it's okay now. Now everything went through. It has been years. It's like 6 years now. 15. Almost 6 years actually, because it happened when I was like 14 or like before that. So yeah, I did. Yeah, let's not get into details about that. But yeah, I had that, and then I I'm not gonna even lie, I dated someone like way older than I am. I was a minor still, and then I dated someone like way older than me, which is not good. I don't recommend, if you're a minor listening to this, please, I don't recommend you to do that, because it's one of the most manipulative and toxic relationship out there. But just don't date in general. Like, don't date in general. But if you do date, like, please find somebody like who is like close to your age. Like, if you want somebody older, like 1 year older is enough. Like, more than that, no. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Like, most of them who are older than you and trying to like get somebody way younger than them, they are into no good. I've been into a very manipulative relationship and a very toxic ones that lead me to like problems having a relationship with a lot of people. And I've been I've been single for 5 years now because of that. I'm traumatized. Yeah. It happened until that, and then like some of the jokes were like getting too far, and then I dated like somebody who was like around my age. He was the same age as me. And it happens like one of my classmates has a huge crush on him. And they were not happy when they know that I dated him. It was, yeah, some people may say it is dumb, but the way they treated me after they know that news was bad. I was trying so hard to not tell people because like I didn't know that they like him before, but then when after I dated him and stuff, I got to know it a little bit more. Like, oh, so they actually like him, but he dated me. I wanted to keep it a secret, but then a mistake happens. Like, they went to my phone. I have no privacy back then. They like to go through my phones a lot. Yeah, I brought my phone to school. Yeah, that's not a good thing. But yeah, anyways, they know, and then they pick on me and stuff. They bully me. They call me names literally every day and every hour possible. As soon as the teacher went out of the classroom, they started it, and they were like, look at that, look at her. It's just they were calling me names, you know, the W word, the S word. I'm not gonna say here explicit. I'm trying to make this as family friendly as possible. But yeah, they call me names. I'm sorry, I'm laughing about this because like, okay, it happens way too long until I cannot handle it anymore. Like, I don't want to go to class anymore. I was in a boarding school back then. If you know what a boarding school is, like I had to like stay. I'm staying at school, like staying in dorms, just like how like college students is, and like stay at dorms and stuff. You know, like boarding student. I'm a boarding student back then, so I couldn't like go back home immediately because I can't leave. Like, what can I do? Like, what choices do I have? Like, I cannot like be absent. Like, I cannot skip classes, but I skipped classes by. It was still like period, like studying period time, and I like run away from classes. Like, I went to like the furthest there, like of the building, and they just stay there and they just sit there and they just cry because like I couldn't handle it anymore. You know, like all those things, like all those words they say to me, just because of a one, just because of this stupid thing that they had. I don't know. A lot of people never really liked me back then. Even I'm not bragging about this, but I can consider myself like one of the best, like one of the people who are like good in English and stuff. Like I have like a proper knowledge on like grammars and stuff, you know, those kind of basics. Like I have those basics and stuff. And then yeah, I already have like an accent back then. I don't know. It's because I've watched a lot of cartoons back then. They thought like they even included like I'm like an attention seeker, something like that, something close like that. They say a lot of things about me, which some of them are not true actually, and then some of them are like true, but they over exaggerating like that, something like that. And then it went worse and worse. I couldn't handle it anymore. I had to like run. I skipped classes for like almost a month. something like constantly, but it's something like I did like when I couldn't handle it anymore. At some point I still can't handle it. Like I can sit through the classes and stuff, like ignore them. If the teacher like went in like the teacher went out and another went in. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, you get what I mean, right? You get what I mean. Yeah, it went a lot that time, and I was already struggling with some things at home and stuff, like with my parents, and plus the things that happen in school. And where should I go? And then I went to the school counselor. I believe that person. I told her the story, like what happened in classes and stuff. But then she asked, like, "Oh, do you want me to like help you to solve this problem?" I said no. I said I don't want to. I mean, it's good that she wanted to help, but the worst case was she kind of told it to other teachers, and they were gossiping to me about that thing. Um, yeah, some teachers, like some people, actually, people in general need to know that if a person tells you a story about this thing, they should keep it to themselves, especially the people who are we taught as a counselor or friend. Let's not discuss about these things to other people, which make this unnecessary. And it was like a huge problem. I was having a problem with my family, and it was personal to me, but they use it as a talk in the teacher's room, which is not healthy at all. I didn't tell her back then. But yeah, I already had like a lot of like suicidal thoughts back then. Like, my classes were like on the ground floor, second floor, the ground floor, first floor, second floor. We were like the top floor. My classes was like over, like all the top, and all I think was, what if like I jump? Like, what if I jump? Literally every single time. And if I try to cross the road, all I think is like, what if like I jump in front of a car? I had a lot of suicidal thoughts back then, but then it kind of like didn't. It kind of like stopped. Like I didn't had the urge to do it because I was scared. One, and I still care about people around me too. And then three, I'm afraid that I will get flamed. And they're like, "Oh my God, this school is haunted because of this person." There are a lot of things in my head. So yeah, it wasn't an easy journey actually, like to get through this. People say like, "Oh, that's just nothing." Some people get through that a lot worse. Please, if you ever think that way, that's not good. Trust me, that's not a good thoughts, because people had their own limits and stuff, you know? Like people had their own patience, people had their own limits on how they can survive this kind of a thing. And if that person is literally vulnerable, they can be as vulnerable as they can be. And I'm a very sensitive person, and those kind of things literally hurt me until today. I am fighting the urge not to cry right now, but I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong woman. If I can go through that back then, I can go through that again this time. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. It happened long, and then 1 year after that, not 1 year, like a few months after that, I already turned 16 and stuff. Like my 15s was over, and then here I am, 16. Something that happened that year. I had another boyfriend, and then we broke up at that time. And then there's this one dude who used to be my boyfriend back then, and a friend. I can consider him as a friend at that time, but no longer anymore. I don't contact him anymore. Uh, I almost got raped by him at his house. Mm, thank God it didn't happen actually, but it still traumatized me. It's kind of like one of the reason why I don't go out anymore as often as I used to be. Like I used to like go out a lot and just like wander around the neighborhood and stuff, like just like walk and then like talk to people. But then because of that incident, was exactly around 3 p.m. 23rd of March 2017. Still engraved to me till today. Um, my boyfriend know about that because like I told him about it, and he broke up with me because of that. And he said like that is considered as cheating. Ever since that, I no longer wanting to like date anyone until now. Like each and every time like someone like approach me, I get scared because like I'm afraid like those people like get sad knowing the fact that I almost gave myself away that easy. I've learned martial arts for years. I started like I joined Taekwondo since I was like 13, and then I was 16 at the time. Like literally, what happened to those 3 years? Like why did I use it? Um, yeah, that was my break point, I guess. It started to peak when I was 14, and then I literally break. Like everything went like all of that, like kind of like went roller coaster and stuff. You know that? Like it went up, 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 up. Like things went slowly, went up, and then it reached to that point, like the highest point, and it suddenly drops just like that, and everything weren't as normal as it seems to be. And that year also, I had a friend who is close to me who is also not suicidal, I guess, but more to like a person who like if things don't go to the way they wanted it, they self-harm themselves. And it was one of the scariest moments actually. I had to like be there for that person when I know me myself was not that strong, but I'm trying to be as strong as I can for a friend because I care about them and I value a person's life, and I don't want them to like end everything just because of one small thing for them. Yeah, for most of us, but it's a big deal for them. I try to be there. I try to be like I out of nowhere I became like a therapist for someone, and the way that I like talk about their problems, like the way that I advise, at the same time I'm advising myself. I'm just like reminding myself constantly, like there's somebody out there who still care for you, and I am that person. Those words is just me mirroring myself. Like I'm just looking at myself in the mirror. You matter still, and if no one's out there cares for you, please know that you yourself needs to value yourself more than other people out there. Because are you gonna give up that way? Are you gonna give up everything that easy? Are you gonna wave that white flag that easy and not fight until the end? Even if like you couldn't fight until the end, at least you know that you're trying to help yourself. At least that you know that you try to survive and not let yourself suffocate because of what happens around you. I'm not good with words, but this is just how I motivate myself each and every day, even though like I'm heartbroken and stuff. It didn't lead to like my bipolar case. It kind of like it hinted that time. I get too sensitive, sensitive a lot. Like not all the time, but at some point, like that whole week, people like, oh, are you on your period? No, I'm just in my depressive episode. I just cannot do anything at all. I'm tired. I don't want to see people. Just don't talk to me. I only want to talk to one person only, and just to express my feeling. And I did have like a friend who like I always like told my problems, and she's a very close friend of mine. I value her a lot. I'm glad that she's doing fine. We lost contact eventually, because yeah, after I left high school, I cut off literally everyone. Everyone is possible. Even those people who were like close to me, I cut them off. And then I I went to college. I'm taking English Professional Communication, which is one of the fun subjects. I mean, a fun course to take. Actually, I didn't expect that I would get this, but yeah, I did get this. I enjoy English a lot. I'm not gonna even lie. I enjoy English. I enjoy learning the language, and etc. etc. That's when I know that I had like anxiety attack. Literally, it was like this. It happened like after like we did a performance. There was like a literature class, and we had to like act, like we had to perform and stuff. Like literally after that, I went outside of the hall. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I went out of the hall, and then I couldn't breathe. My heart aches, like it beats so fast. It was like I feel like I ran like 100 miles. Like I feel like I went to like a marathon and run for like 100 kilometers. I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating, but that's just how I feel. And then it hurts a lot, and like this stings at your lungs at some point, like that feeling. That's how I feel. Like I couldn't breathe properly without me feeling hurt breathing. I had to sit down. Like I sit down immediately after that. Like a friend of mine, like she came to me and she's like, "Are you okay? Ray, are you okay? Ray, are you okay? Are you okay? Something happened." And I sweat, and I look at her, like I turn, and I was like, I started to like I stutter a lot. Like I cannot form proper words. I told her like I'm not okay. I feel like I'm suffocating. I cannot breathe. And then I'm sorry, I'm just crying and crying and crying and crying and crying non-stop. It was terrifying. That feeling was the worst feeling ever. And I keep getting those like pretty constant. I don't know what triggers it actually, but I think it's like the thoughts that I'm having at that time. Like I'm worried way too much, like I'm exhausted way too much, and it kind of like triggers me out of nowhere. Yeah. So if you're in this kind of a situation, like if you ever like have like a panic attack or like anxiety attack, those two they have a difference actually. If you want to know more about these details, I'm not good at like explaining stuff like this, but I recommend like you go search about it, and like go to a reliable source and stuff, like, or ask around, like ask for people who like has experience more on this stuff, especially like professionals, counselors, or like there's a lot of sources on Google as well, which are reliable, that came from like people who like have like the background of this kind of field, you get me? But yeah, but if you were in that kind of situation, don't like try to sit down for a while and then make sure like there's not a lot of people around you, because you need to like clear your mind, and the thought of people like around you at that moment is scary. But at least have one person at least. If you ever found someone who like having like a panic attack or like anxiety attack, like have you see like these symptoms, like the one that I told you, like they have like a trouble breathing and it's all of a sudden they start crying and stuff, go to them and help them breathe, because they cannot think well and they're having trouble on like trying to remember how to breathe, because they started to breathe you know, that kind of breathing and stuff. Try to help them, rub their backs, circular motion slowly, and breathe along with them. Breathe in, hold, 1 2 3, out. Like like there's a way. If you wanted to know more, like I think you can like search on YouTube like how to like have like a proper breathing for people who are like having anxiety or a panic attack, those kind of things. They have like how long could you hold and stuff, like a 3-second hold and then breathe out, then breathe in again, like take a long deep breath, hold it for 3 seconds and then let it out until they calm down. Please give space for those people who are having this kind of a problem, because if you're hovering over them, it will make them hard to recover and they will faint at that moment. And give them water. Please give them water. Don't let them get dehydrated, because they will faint. That time I luckily I brought a bottle of water. I drink a lot, like breathe and stuff, and then I take a sip of water and stuff, and I continued. Everything was fine, everything was normal. Luckily I had my friend that day who was like kind of experienced with this kind of stuff. So yeah, it happened like quite frequently. I don't know, maybe because like I got exhausted and stuff, because I was kind of, I'm not active actually. I joined a color guard, like a brass band and stuff. I joined color guard, like I had to go out a lot, and then there's like a lot of things that I had to do with classes and all, and I get exhausted pretty easily. I didn't get any rest. Please, 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 if you're a student, please get some rest. Eat something. Don't be like me. I was having like a major mistake back then, especially like I know that I'm a vulnerable person, like I'm a weak person, etc. I should have eaten something. I should like brought water, a lot of water with me, but no, I didn't. Like that was a huge no. Be prepared. This kind of situation, like you don't know what happened at that moment. And if you feel like you're having like a suicidal thoughts, or like you're not feeling okay and you don't know what to do and no one's around you, I believe there is like a hotline, like a care hotline thing that you can call. They can help you immediately for that, or try to like control your breathing first, like try to calm down. I know this is something like something not really effective, but try to calm down, breathe, clear your minds and stuff, and then try to find something that can help you to ease your mind, like watching YouTube videos or listening to podcasts, or like listen to music, play some games, have a chill out. Don't do anything, even though like there's something urgent. Please take like a 5-minute break or like 10 minutes and stuff, just to like clear your minds and like to not make it worse, I guess. I'm bad at words, but I really hope that this could help you guys, like at least have like a little bit of clear of a mind on what to do. And please know, like the reason that I'm talking about this is not me trauma dumping, but I just wanted to share to you guys, like This thing for some people, yeah, it's normal, especially those who are like having this kind of mental issues and stuff, like a mental health issues and problems with a very traumatic past and stuff. And please don't take things lightly to other people. People struggle differently, people handle it differently, and yeah, they have their own boundaries and stuff. Please, if that person says they don't like it, they don't like it. Consent is key. And if that person is okay for you to joke around about some things that you feel like vulnerable, if that person's like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, you can joke around about this, then it's fine, you can continue. But if that person is not okay, please know there is time and limits of it on these things. There are some people out there be like, oh, this is just a joke, you just need to bear with it. But no, it's not. It's not a joke, it's something serious. It involves person's life. I'm not joking, it involves a person's life and how they deal with it in the future. What else? Oh, getting help. If you want to get help. I know for some people, like, they're having problems like getting help from like professionals. Either it's like financial problems or what do you say it? Problems among some of the families are not understanding this. Like there are very, like, they're quite naive on this kind of stuff. They thought like this is just a phase, this is just something that will pass through. I hope that you guys know that you're not alone. There I believe that like some people will relate to you on that, and you're not alone. There are some people who like struggling the same thing. Please know that someone is there for you. I believe someone is truly there for you. They're taking care of you regardless. I'm here for you if you want to. You can like email me anytime if you wanted some advice and something like that, or like you can just like DM me on Discord. I link on my Discord there. Like the server, like you can talk to me, or like you can just go to my profile and just click to it, like just message me on there, or like just yeah, do like say anything if you want to do. Like if you want to do like vent, like just rant about your feelings and stuff, and you wanted somebody to listen, I'm here for you. I would love to listen to you talk and rant. Please don't consider it as a problem. I'm not gonna be bothered about that. I'm gonna tell you if I'm bothered about that, but sure, I am for sure not bothered about it at all. I like listening to people talk. I love when people like express themselves, because I know even though you're going through it, I believe that you're a strong person because you're able to tell me about your problems and stuff. Like you are a strong person. You doesn't care. I don't care about what people say about you. Some of you guys who are dealing with the problems, people say you're the weakest link, or like you're the weakest people in this earth. No, you're one of the strongest people out there. Engrave that word in your head. For some who are religious and stuff, don't forget to pray. Like don't leave your prayers and stuff. Consider like praying is as like one way to clear your mind. It may not be able to help you 100%, but praying is like, for those who don't have like a religions and stuff, like they are atheists, consider it as meditation. You just clearing yourself, you're just clearing your mind, and have a heart to heart talk with God. Except for meditation, just like a heart to heart session for yourself, just like meditating is to clear your minds. Just thought it as that way. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm sure that one day your problems will go away and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. It's okay to not be okay. But if you ever like feel troubles and stuff, feeling like this, like etc. etc. Know that my emails are open, my DMs are open on Discord. I'm just one message away. But if you have somebody, if you don't trust me, like try to find a friend, like a close friend that you can tell, like that you can rely on, like you can vent your problems with. Write it on a diary if you don't want to tell people. Like write it off, and then if you want to let it go, burn that paper. But do it properly. Don't torture Mother Earth. You know, burn it properly, or like soak it in water, and then recycle it. That's a better idea, you guys. Soak that paper, and then recycle it. Reuse, reduce, recycle. I guess that is all. I guess. I'm sorry, like if you feel like this podcast is like long. It's like almost like 50 minutes. It's almost an hour, kind of like podcast. And this is just a raw footage. I'm not good at editing, and I'm just gonna put it just like this. So I hope you guys don't mind, and I hope like this helps you in a way. Anyways, that is all. Giving you a hug. If you don't want a hug, you can dodge it, but hugs for you. Hold up, let me put on my microphone. Hugs. Pat pat. No, please remember that I love you. I care for you. Even though we don't know each other personally, I care for you. I love you regardless. Thank you for being here. Thank you for surviving this day. Thank you for being the strongest person out there. And yeah, I hope you had a nice day. And if you're having a bad day, have a break. Drink a lot of water. Have something to eat. Get some snacks. Don't skip your meals. Please don't skip your meals. Get if you're saying I'm on a diet, like get a proper diet and stuff like it. Exercise. Go out. Take a breather. Go out there. Just like go outside. If you don't like to socialize with people, just go outside. Just like, have a breather, or like just stand, just sit in front of your laptops and just like watch something fun. Watch some streamers on Twitch or like YouTube or anywhere as possible. Facebook, I don't know, just watch something. Have a fun time for yourself. That is all for me. If you guys have any other recommendations, like any other topics that you guys wanted me to talk about, do drop it down on the suggestion box below, which you can scroll down, and there's like a box which is like questions slash suggestion and stuff. You guys can drop it down there, and if you guys wanted me to like talk in depth about like one more like a topic related to this, or like if you guys wanted me to like uncover another topic, you guys can drop it down below. I will do a little bit of research, and we'll meet you guys on the next week. Yeah, that is all for me. Bye. I love you. Mwah.